The warrior who wins the morning wins the day before it starts. We've been lied to about morning routines. Society tells us waking up early is about productivity, grinding harder, checking more boxes. We worship the 4 a.m. club, the pre-dawn runners, the hustle culture heroes who treat sleep like weakness. But here's what nobody tells you. The ancient samurai didn't wake at 5 a.m. to do more. They woke to become more. There's a difference. And understanding it will change everything about how you approach your mornings and your life. Today, I'm going to share 3 ancient samurai practices that transform 5 a.m. from a time on the clock into a weapon for your mind. But first, let me tell you a story. The story of Takeshi. In a small village shadowed by Mount Fuji, there lived a young samurai in training named Takeshi who believed earlier meant better. If 5 a.m. was good, then 3 a.m. must be exceptional. The night before his qualification test, the one that would determine whether he'd earn the title of samurai, Takeshi set his alarm for 3 a.m. He'd outwork everyone, practice longer, prove his dedication. But when dawn came, his hands trembled. His sword felt heavy. His mind was a fog. Each strike was sloppy, desperate. He was trying so hard that he'd forgotten how to try at all. Master Yoshida found him afterwards, slumped against a training post, eyes red with frustration. "You wait for the clock," Yoshida said quietly, "not for your spirit." "But master, shouldn't I practice more than everyone else?" Yoshida smiled, that knowing smile of someone who'd made the same mistake decades ago. "Come tomorrow when you hear 5 bells from the temple, but leave your sword at home." For the next month, Takeshi learned what 5 a.m. actually meant to the samurai. Not more hours, not more effort, more clarity, more presence, more self. Yoshida taught him that 1 hour of clear-minded practice outweighed 5 hours of exhausted repetition. That 5 a.m. wasn't about beating others. It was about meeting yourself before the world made its demands. When Takeshi finally passed his test, people asked him his secret. "I already won the battle this morning," he'd say, in the quiet darkness. This story reveals the first principle of samurai morning wisdom. Principle 1. Asa no Shizuka, the quiet morning mind. Asa no Shizuka translates to morning stillness. But it's not just about silence. Think of your mind like a smartphone. When you first turn it on, it's fast, responsive, clean. But after a day of notifications, apps, messages, and demands, it slows down, freezes, crashes. Your brain works the same way. At 5 a.m., you have a blank canvas. No one has painted their problems on it yet. No emails, no news, no expectations. Just you and the quiet. The practice. Step 1. The 10-minute stillness, 5 to 5:10 a.m. When you wake at 5 a.m., resist the urge to jump into action. Sit at the edge of your bed. Feel your breath. Notice the darkness. This isn't meditation, it's calibration. You're teaching your nervous system that mornings don't have to be emergencies. Step 2. Watch your thoughts like clouds. Don't try to empty your mind. Instead, observe what appears. Worries about work? Notice them. Excitement about the day? Acknowledge it. But don't grab onto anything. Let thoughts drift through like clouds across a dawn sky. This practice does something remarkable. It shows you what actually matters to you before the world tells you what should matter. After just 1 week, you'll notice something shifting. You'll feel less reactive, more centered, like you're responding to life instead of being dragged by it. But there's a deeper level. Principle 2. Yami no Renshu, dark training. While Asa no Shizuka trains your mind through stillness, Yami no Renshu, darkness training, awakens your deeper awareness. Here's what most people miss. Samurai didn't just wake early. They trained in the dark. The practice. For your first 30 minutes after waking, keep the lights off or extremely dim. Move slowly through your space. Prepare tea or water in near darkness. Sit with the shadows. This feels strange at first. We're conditioned to flood our senses with light, sound, stimulation the moment we wake. But that's exactly the problem. When you can't rely on your eyes, something extraordinary happens. Your hearing sharpens, your intuition activates, your inner voice becomes clear, your presence intensifies. Samurai used this to develop zanshin, a state of relaxed alertness where you sense what's coming before it arrives. In modern terms, you'll start noticing body language, tone shifts, and hidden tensions that others miss. You'll walk into meetings already knowing the room's energy. You'll sense your child's mood before they speak. This isn't mystical. It's neurological. Darkness forces your brain to use neglected pathways. It wakes up your whole system, not just your visual cortex. After practicing this for 2 weeks, people report feeling like they've upgraded their operating system. Same hardware, better software. But the deepest practice is the one most people skip. Principle 3. ASANOSHI, the morning death practice. This is where casual morning routines become something profound. Asa no sure means morning death. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Every morning at 5 a.m., after your stillness and darkness practice, spend 5 minutes contemplating your death. Not morbidly, not fearfully, factually. You woke up today. Not everyone did. You'll lie down tonight. You might not wake up tomorrow. This body, this life, this moment, it's all temporary. The legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi practiced this daily. He'd sit in the pre-dawn darkness and imagine he was already dead. Not to create fear, but to eliminate it. When you truly accept that today might be your last, something miraculous happens. Petty frustrations dissolve, important people become obvious, time becomes precious, courage becomes natural. You stop living reactively and start living intentionally. The practice. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Sit in the dark or very dim light. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, if this was my last day, what would I want to do? Who would I want to be? What would I let go of? Don't journal. Don't answer out loud. Just sit with the question. This isn't depressing. It's clarifying. It cuts through all the noise and shows you what actually matters. Samurai understood that 5 a.m. was the threshold between sleep's little death and waking to life. They treated each sunrise as a resurrection, a gift, a chance to try again. This created their legendary fearlessness. Not because they didn't value life, but because they valued it completely. How to start? Your 2-week implementation plan. I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but I'm not a samurai. I have a job, kids, responsibilities. How do I actually do this? Fair question. Here's your practical roadmap. Week 1, foundation. Day 1 to 3, the 20-minute shift. Don't jump to 5 a.m. Immediately set your alarm, just 20 minutes earlier than usual when you wake. Take 5 deep breaths before touching your phone, that's it. Build a habit first. Day 4 to 7, add the stillness. Keep waking 20 minutes early, sit at the edge of your bed for 5 to 10 minutes. Just breathe and notice your thoughts. No judgment, no goals, just presence. Week 2, deepening. Day 8 to 10, introduce darkness. Wake at your new time, 20 to 30 minutes early. Keep lights off or very dim, move slowly. Deliberately notice what you sense beyond sight. Day 11 to 14, morning death practice. After your stillness, add 5 minutes of death contemplation. Ask, if today was my last, what matters? Let the answer emerge naturally. Common challenges and solutions. I'm a night owl. I can't go to bed early. Shift your bedtime back 15 minutes every 3 nights. Your body will adapt if you're consistent. I have kids/roommates. I can't be quiet. This practice is completely silent, even in a busy house. 5 a.m. offers pockets of peace. Close your door. Sit on your floor. You need less space than you think. I tried for 2 days and felt tired. That's normal. Your body is adjusting. Don't judge the practice by how it feels. Judge it by how you show up later in the day. Give it 14 days before deciding. Here's what the ancient samurai understood that we've forgotten. Victory happens before the battle. Every warrior who stepped onto the battlefield had already won or lost that morning in the quiet darkness. The fight itself was just the manifestation of their inner state. Your life works the same way. The meetings, the conversations, the challenges, the opportunities, how you handle them is decided in those first moments after waking. Will you wake rushed, reactive, and scattered? Or centered, clear, and present? The samurai chose 5 a.m. not because it was early, but because it was sacred, a time when the world sleeps and the self awakens. You don't need to become a warrior, but you can borrow their wisdom. Start tomorrow. Set your alarm for just 20 minutes earlier. Sit in stillness. Breathe in darkness. Remember your mortality. Do this for 2 weeks and watch what shifts, not just in your mornings, but in your entire life. Try this and let me know in the comments. What time will you set your alarm for tomorrow? What changed after your first week? As Master Yoshida taught Takeshi centuries ago, the warrior who owns the morning owns their life. Because each sunrise is not just a new day, it's a new chance to become who you're meant to be. Thank you for watching.